Hey everybody, how are you? Good afternoon. I'm used to saying good morning. Good afternoon. It's Sunday evening, and man, it's been a day. Been a crazy day. Got a lot done today. Yesterday, Saturday, of course, spent quite a bit of time just kind of like doing whatever. It wasn't a very well organized day. Had some things that I needed to accomplish, got those things done, but for the most part, my day mainly was kind of just whatever was in front of me, I took care of. I think we all kind of need those decompression days that we just kind of do what's right in front of us. It kind of gives you like this yin and yang to being structured and then having this unstructured day. So. Um, just did some stuff around the house. Felt good about it. Did some stuff with the boys. Stayed up late. Had a couple of beers. Good conversation. And then today we were off and running. Today has been busy. Ton of yard work. A lot of things for work for the house. Just cleaning up uh, areas around the yard that were just overgrown and things. So the boys chipped in and did that. Um, so overall, pretty good day, pretty good, well-defined day. But I did find myself, after getting up and having breakfast, I didn't have anything time blocked. I knew what I needed to do, but I didn't have it time blocked, and so I went ahead and time blocked everything that was on my list, and got a real clear indication that I did not have a whole lot of wiggle room and just going through all of that, it really kept me on the ball. I took a couple of breathers here and there, but for the most part, it was like, okay, 12 o'clock, need to do this. 1 o'clock, need to do this. 2 o'clock, need to do this. And so just off and running, just going forward. So it was good. The time blocking today really helped. And normally my Sundays are pretty easy, but yesterday kind of being that lazy day, today, I had all the incentive to get everything done because if I don't get it done today, either it has to encroach upon my work time during the week, this coming week, or I don't get it done and it just gets kicked to the next weekend. And then it's always over my head, it's always hanging over my head and I'm looking at it and thinking, man, I should have done that. So I wanted to avoid that feeling, and by getting all this done today and staying on pace, I did a pretty good job with it. So now the rest of my day, after speaking with you guys, is going to be, I'm going to get done downstairs and make some dinner, and start prepping. I'm going to do some pulled pork for tomorrow. Just been craving barbecue. So tomorrow I am going to, tonight I'm going to put some pork butts in the smoker, and then tomorrow uh, get out and tomorrow night we'll have some pulled pork. So looking forward to that. I'm changing up my recipe a little bit for pulled pork, so hopefully get a little bit more smoke flavor in there. Uh, and just and we took advantage this week. We took advantage of the pork prices dropping, so I have quite a bit, and so looking forward to freezing it and have some available. Uh, you know, as much as I love the process of smoking it, it is time consuming. So looking forward to just having some in reserve. So yeah, that'll be nice. Let's see what's going on, guys. Who's in here with me? Who's in here with me? Angel, good evening. Good to see you. Kathy, good to see you. Anna and Lori and Janice. This is like the live event all stars. I appreciate you guys all being here. Um, Angel, today is my relaxing day. I'm reading and cuddling with my cat. Angel, you said something the other day about flexing out your, stretching out your plantar fasciitis, and I thought to myself, you know what? I wonder if that's what I have. And so I looked it up, and it's what I have. Um, my heel. See, I always thought it was my heel more than my foot, or I'm sorry, it was my ankle more than my foot, because my ankle cracks and grinds. There's some arthritis going on in there, but I have two problems. I think I have plantar fasciitis, and I have some ankle issues, and they're both in the same foot. I don't know if they're related or not, but I've been putting off going to a doctor because I didn't want to go into a doctor's office with COVID going on. But I might have to do that sometime soon. But I have been stretching it out, been taking some Advil for it, um, and I'm doing more regular stretching now, and it seems to be helping. So thanks for relaying your story because I think it's pretty much what I got going on too. So you have an awesome recipe for rub. That's awesome. Always looking for a good recipe. I actually saw years ago a recipe for a rub that's used in Memphis at a I think I might have seen it on that guy. There was a guy that always did barbecue shows on like the Food Network. I can't remember what it was called. It wasn't Diners, Drive-ins, and Dives or whatever. I forget what the name of the place was or what the name of the show. But I made this rub. I found it on the website and I made the rub and it was amazing. There was a lot of ingredients and it cost a lot of money to make. It made a lot of rub, but also cost a lot of money to make. So I haven't been making my own rub since then. It lasted a really long time, but I haven't been making my own. So I smoked some ribs the other day, and my favorite rub for ribs is it's a Tuffy Stone Cool Smoke rub. It's pretty good on pulled pork, but it is excellent on ribs. So excellent that you really do not need any sauce. The ribs are actually better with no sauce with this particular rub. But I'm trying the stuff. What did I find at Lowe's? It was like a rubbing butts rub or something like that. So I'll be trying that this time. But I am looking for a new if you have one that's awesome, then I'm going to take your word for it. I would love to try that. They're driving up for dinner at my house tomorrow. Yeah, so we love our pulled pork. I really am craving brisket, but brisket right now is $6 a pound. And I am not spending $80 on a brisket. I was spending 40 or 50 on a brisket just a couple of months ago. Now I saw an article today that beef prices are going to start coming down in the coming weeks, and I'll be looking for that. But I'm used to spending $3 a pound for brisket, or maybe a little bit more, 350. But 650 for brisket, just not happening. Not happening. Even Sam's Club a couple of months ago, I bought a brisket there that was pretty good. It was prime grade brisket, which I didn't even know there was a thing. And it was only like 350 a pound. I bought that. It was pretty good. Cooked well. It was very tender all the way through. It was very good. And I've been craving brisket. We want brisket in this house so bad right now. But I will certainly settle for pulled pork. And the last one I made, there's a restaurant, you've heard me talk about it, this restaurant that makes the best Cuban sandwiches I've ever had. And I've been trying to recreate their sandwiches. So I bought like ciabatta bread, I bought Swiss cheese, I bought ham. The ham I bought wasn't the best ham. I really couldn't find like thick, good ham, but it was good. And I did pretty well with the Cuban sandwich. I must say that it was pretty good. So I'm looking forward to trying to make that again this week with the fresh pulled pork. Let's see, what do we got going on? Going to try your recommended salmon seasoning tonight. Looking forward to it. You'll have to let us know how it goes. I Everybody that has had that loves it. We've given it to a couple of people. They love it. Good evening, Deborah. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Kathy says, mine, you also have to add baked beans. Love it, and we've used it on brisket. Use it on several fundraising. Mine is cheap. Awesome. That's always a bonus. Um, and my kid loves baked beans, so he's been like, I bought just a 4 pack of like Bush's baked beans, and he loves it. And so I found going through Sam's Club the other day, I found this big tub of baked beans with brisket in them, and I'm really looking forward to to having him try that. But I want to wait until I cook a brisket, so we just have like a whole brisket themed meal. So we're looking forward to that. And then we bought like corn right now. It's real cheap, right? Like five for $2 or something. And we've been making corn on the grill. So if you leave it in the husk and cook it on the grill, it makes a mess. Like the dried husk gets everywhere. But it is the best tasting corn I've ever made. I started doing it last year, and I hate it because it's a mess, but it tastes so great, and it's so like it keeps all the moisture locked in there, and but you still get a little bit of the char and a little bit of the flavor from the grill. It's amazing. Angel, this is about the plantar fasciitis. So stretch your arches and your calf muscles. Yeah, I'm coming to realize that, and I'm realizing like the grinding noise in my ankle stops when I stretch things out too. So I think it's all interconnected somehow. I spent money on a podiatrist to be told to do that and wear running shoes that fit properly. Also, don't walk around without shoes, even in the house. Yeah, all right. I don't have any I don't have any shoes on right now. I never wear shoes in the house, but I guess I'm gonna have to. I know. And what I was reading about this last night was that uh, you if your shoes wear out, like you're only supposed to put like 500 miles on a pair of running shoes, from what I read in this article. And like I'm thinking about all the workout shoes I have, they still look great, but I guarantee there's 500 miles on every one of them. I wear them every day. So, I'm thinking that I might just have to go through my shoes and just pitch the ones that are probably worn out, even though the outsides don't look like it. Or I might be able to buy some insoles, but the insoles take up a lot of room, and my shoes are already pretty tight. I have wide feet, so I don't know if that's going to work. But yeah, now that I know what I think at least I think I know what the problem is, I can try to start taking care of it better. So, but thank you, I appreciate that. And yeah, I figure like I'm gonna pay to go to the doctor if I already know what it is, and I already know that it's stretching, and I'm certainly not going to get surgery on it. And all they're going to do is tell me to take Advil and stretch it. And if a nice pair of running shoes is part of the recipe for success, then I'm going to do that too. So, but I've been dealing with it, and trying to get out of bed is like, oh, I feel like a crippled person. And I know one of the biggest things is losing weight. So I need to really keep on what I'm doing here with the exercising. And so I had yesterday was a rest day, and today was the first day of a new week for me in exercise, and felt a lot better today. Lifted more weight today. I felt pretty good. I did cardio. I think it was Friday. I was talking to you guys. I did cardio. So overall, pretty good. Just keeping up with it and trying to eat healthy. We still have a lot of tempting things around the house that we're eating that I need to stop. But for the most part, eating healthy, eating vegetables, doing what I got to do, and that's it. Um, Good shoes are important, especially the older I get, right? Like before I could just throw anything on and who cares? Now, either as a result of that or, as a result of getting older, I need to have better shoes. And I need shoes like you can't like and what I'm reading is just that you can't let them wear out. Like for me, I keep sneakers until they visibly look like crap. And apparently that's really not what you're supposed to do. So, yeah. UFOs are great for around the house. Brooks running shoes help me a lot, and I replace the inserts with Power Step inserts. I rarely have pain at all anymore. Very cool. I will have to check into that. UFOs. Pen. OOFOS. Thank you. As I sniff into the microphone. So thank you. The other thing so today yesterday we got a delivery of Nespresso pods, which is like a big deal in this house because coffee is like one indulgence that we always enjoy here. And we like I think I told you before, like we always thought we'd drink one Nespresso a day because they're a little bit pricey, and then we would continue drinking Keurig coffee. But the Nespresso is just so good. It's so dark and flavorful that it's hard to go back to anything else. So we're addicted to an espresso, and I guess if that's like you could drink three Nespressos and it's the price of one Starbucks, so I guess that's really not that bad. And if it's the indulgence, we're saving a lot of money by not going out and doing things like that. So I guess it kind of fits into the budget. But they have iced coffee pods now, where it brews it hot, but it's made for being poured over ice and cold. So I made that today with just a little bit of milk and sugar, and my boys tasted it and they wanted it, so we let them split an iced coffee this afternoon. So it gave them the energy to help me clean up the yard. So that worked out well for me. Definitely worth the cost of the pod on that one. Where do you get those suckers? I'm going to start Googling it. I know that. I'm probably look on Amazon myself. We're addicted to Amazon. We're getting Amazon like every day now. So what's everybody doing this week? Anybody want to talk about what their big thing for this week is? What my thing for tonight, as I was going over my schedule here, I'm realizing how busy this week is already, and we're not even into it. So I'm trying to pre-plan, the entire week for my priorities and things. One of the things going on is we have Nicholas's 10th birthday on Friday, and then Father's Day is Sunday, and Lynn's birthday is also on Sunday. So we have a lot of that going on. So it compresses my Friday just a bit, but we also just have a lot of things we need to do, right? So I've color coded personal stuff and work stuff, and just trying to fit it all into my blocks for each day. So I'm not at the point yet in life where I have like a day assigned to different tasks. Ideally, in my world, one day would be a day to write. Another day would be a day to do advertising and marketing work. Another day would be a day to deal with internal issues. And I haven't built that kind of regimen and routine into my schedule yet since we've moved. And in fact, actually, since COVID started, we were getting into a decent routine, the three of us together. But since Luann started staying at her place, and a lot of stuff going on here, we haven't been on a good cadence, and so we're gonna have to see. Group Zoom meetings might be a Monday morning thing, and so we're gonna have to start planning this out again, and with the boys being home, trying to work that all out. So I'm gonna try to sort of lay out my ideal week and my ideal day, and trying to work that in, and have a set schedule for the next week as I come up to a Sunday night. And I'm doing that today. So I've started putting in my morning routine already for tomorrow, and in my work routine from like 9 until I have so far, like, what is that, 3 o'clock right now. So getting all that in. One of the things I'm starting to see as we get a little bit busier here, I might not be able to keep up with the daily videos. So I'm trying to evaluate that, and figure out what day would be best to do the daily videos. And what might happen, maybe it's a Monday thing to get the week started off right, because Friday, is probably our lowest viewership on the videos, and people are doing other things, right? So I'm wondering if the daily videos are a Monday thing, and then we get back to doing maybe a Thursday afternoon video, like the happy hour type video. So I'm trying to figure that out, and work that in the proper way, so that we give you guys the most value. I still show up consistently, but it's gonna be hard to do it daily because I'm already trying to fit things around the videos at 10 o'clock every day. It's not looking very successful. So just to give you guys a heads up that we might have to start making some changes pretty soon here. Um, just because I have to keep up with stuff. So we'll see. But I think for me, I think Monday is the strongest day to continue with a date with a morning video. But let me know your opinion with that. I'd like to hear from you. Angel, you have a software release coming up at work, so I'll try to get everything wrapped up and tested for that. Don't plan on eating pizza. I know that. I love that. I love that superstition. You can't buy pizza. That's great. We actually so today for lunch I let the boys eat pizza and we bought a new pizza stone and I forgot how good pizza tastes on a pizza stone. Even DiGiorno pizza, if you put a pizza stone in the oven, oh my goodness, it tastes so much better. I can't wait to use it for a homemade pizza. And that's one of the things. I was like, should we make a pizza this week or should we do lasagna? And the boys are like, lasagna. They want their lasagna so bad. So we're going to be doing that this week too. I'm going to have to put that on the schedule. Kathy, you're moving our office out of the room it's in so that the remodeling painting can start. That's a big project. That's a big project. So, Kathy, are you less busy now with COVID going on that you're able to do stuff like this? Or was this pre planned already? And, like, what's the circumstance there? Depending on weather, a 26 by 5 foot raised flower bed idea. It has started, but has been a crawl speed in doing, along with cleaning and organizing the house. Desk is piles. So we have a neighbor behind us, and the guy is like some sort of a contractor, and he just did a gigantic raised flower bed. Actually, it's actually a raised garden. It's huge. 25 by 5 or 26 by 5 might actually be small compared to this guy's flower bed that he created. I was amazed. And he put it up in like a day. It was amazing. And it looks really professional too. Like he used like real good wood and stuff. I have zero ability to do that. Like I can move dirt and I can cut limbs off of trees like I did today, and I can trim bushes. But I am not skilled in building things. I was actually really impressed with my boy. So my boy that's turning 10 on Friday, he was in charge of using the loppers and the what do you call them to cut the limbs down and stack them up under this pine tree we have in the back corner of the yard. And his attention to detail with that, he was like meticulous with doing it right. He hated doing it, but he did it right, and I was very impressed with that. He was really cranky when he was done with it, but he did a really good job. Maybe you can do a regular one on Monday and a daily video, 5 to 10 minute tip. It keeps you out in front. Yeah, so I thought about that. So what I can do, I think I can schedule a video a tip like that, and I can schedule it as a live, even though I won't be live. Um, that might be a good idea, Kathy. So what I can do, and let me know how you guys feel about this. If I did a live on Monday, right? Say we keep the 10 o'clock spot, right? And then I do a 5 to 10 minute like quick tip that I schedule out to drop each morning. Would that be good for you guys? Let me know because that might work. Because what I can do is I can schedule in my week, that we do a video, or I can record 5 videos at once and then just chop them up and put them out once per day, and we can keep it on a theme. Like last week being Health Week, we can do other topics and just keep it out going through the week. I think that's pretty good. And one of the things we're going to do is we're revising the walkthrough, like the initial walkthrough, and we're going to create a free program for everybody that buys Define My Day. We can enroll you into this learning platform we have, and it walks you through that learning process, in this platform a little bit more than YouTube can do. And that's also part of the reason I'm running out of time through my day, because I have to get all these recorded, chopped up, produced, and then uploaded into the learning platform. Plus, kind of make sure that people, walking through in the book, are properly handled, right? Like I'm trying to help the newbies get better started with it, and so that's part of the reason I'm running out of all of this time. And we're going to offer it for free just to kind of get people started. I'm looking more like Define My Day is the tool, but I'm trying to find better ways to support everybody that buys it, so they don't just have this book and they go, okay, now what, right? They can watch the walkthrough, but a lot of times that doesn't click with people. So I'm trying to help people through that. So that's part of one of the things we're working on right now. And Kathy says, we are not busy at all. Our major customers were in different states and were shut down for 30 days. We have a PPP loan, so we're going to do things to keep our employees employed. That's awesome. That's good. Good for you. I'm glad you did that right. A lot of people did not understand what the PPP was for. And I think it got very confusing. But it was a great time if you utilize the PPP in the right way. You basically all the things that have built up that were not taken care of. You can keep using that PPP, keep them employed, and then they're handling things like the remodel that you're talking about. It's pretty cool. Sorry you're not busy. That stinks. I know we've seen it on our end too. There's some struggles there. Hopefully we, as things go forward, will be okay. But personally, I'm planning for worst case scenarios for this fall. You're already seeing some states reporting upticks and things, and the way I'm looking at it, with all of the unknowns going on between the protests and COVID, and then you have the election and all the stuff that's going to go along with that. I'm planning for kind of a hunker down scenario if we need to do that for the fall here. So, I think everybody, whether you're an employee or you own a business, I think that kind of planning for the worst is a good idea for this fall. Yeah. So Angel does a 10-minute meeting where we just update each other on what we're doing and stay accountable. Yeah, I think that may be where we go with it. And what I'll probably do, maybe I'll have to see, because I'd like to keep things in the user group too. So and maybe Sheila, the way Sheila handles the user group is the best way to keep the user group accountable. And maybe my videos are more public for anybody that wants to see them and kind of get an understanding of what's going on with Define My Day. I feel bad that we can't get the interaction every day if we do this, if we dial it back. But I'm thinking, even real long term, as as we get busier and as things, like it's hard to be live every day at 10 o'clock. There's a lot going on, so I'm gonna miss that interaction. But I know that in order it's not sustainable is really the big thing. So, but I think doing a Monday one is sustainable. And if something happens, I miss a Monday for whatever reason, traveling or unexpected things, we can always shift it to another day and get it out that way. So that's probably the way it'll end up being. Uh, yeah, I know. I know when I miss a time, it's I feel so bad because I know you guys are like ready for it, and I want to be there. And so yeah, I think I'll have to make sure that we keep it up for like a little bit each day. Good, good. I'm glad to hear that. The 5 minute, yeah, yep, yep. I like it. Thank you guys. I appreciate the feedback there. We deal with Kathy says we deal with large major or we deal with major large corporations as customers, so we will be good. Good. That's good to hear. Good to hear. All right, everybody. I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna go get my dinner started. Um, we're making a lamb roast tonight. Um, My boys love lamb. I had no idea. So I found, I think it was at Sam's that they had like a sealed like a big hunk of lamb. So I'm gonna make that tonight. I have like this Mediterranean seasoning from Weber that's really really good. It's very close to what like you find at those Greek food festivals at the churches. And so I like slather this stuff with olive oil and this Mediterranean seasoning all over it, and then just throw it on the grill. On the like, there's coals on one side, and then there's nothing on the other side, and I just cover it in the grill, and it gets a little bit of a smoky flavor, but also all that Mediterranean seasoning soaks into it. So good, so good. So we're going to be doing that tonight, and then I'm also going to be starting our pulled pork, and then the boys actually they're not real happy about it, although they might get out of it if it rains. Um, they're in charge of cleaning up the driveway today, so that the youngest one has to pick up sticks, and the older one has to sweep. And he does an excellent job at it. He's so good. It's such a monotonous task. He does a great job with it. And so I'm gonna get them out there as long as it doesn't rain. Although it may, it looks like it might here. And they're gonna be cleaning up the driveway. So. Yeah, and you like the happy hour? I like the happy hour too. It's fun. It's just fun. And I really want to make margaritas one day, so maybe I'll save margaritas for happy hour. Yeah, you enjoy your dinner too, whatever you're eating tonight. I hope you enjoy it. Send me the rub recipe. Yeah, message it to um, send it to my personal account. Send it to my personal account, and I'll make sure I get it there on Facebook Messenger. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh my goodness, I know. I know. Actually, I think there was a Greek festival. There's a church right behind us here. And I think theirs this spring was canceled. And it's so good. It's so good. I mean, Lynn and I went last year with the boys and sat outside on their patio. And they had a gigantic, like an entire lamb. And they throw it on a spit and they just turn it. And they just roast it. And then they're chopping it up. And oh my goodness, it's good. And then all the desserts and everything. Oh my goodness. Oh, so good. So good. All right. Well, I'm going to get out and get on with my evening. I hope you guys have a healthy and happy Sunday night. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Keep moving forward. Take care.